I don't know what Nathan usually does to get you in the mood. It's like, you know.
It's for inside these walls only. Hello, people of YouTube. It is me, John Morris of Prime Property Auctions. And today we're going to do another episode of Spotted on Rightmove, where people of the internet have found lovely, wonderful, weird properties on Rightmove and put them on subreddit. So I am going to react to them and find out why the people think they're weird. So let's do it! This looks bloody beautiful. Is it just going to be a beautiful property? And that's what I've got to do.
No, there's an element of it that I want you to see if you can try and like spot.
Okay, it's absolutely wonderful. Now this, I want this house. It costs 11 million quid. I do not want this house. Go out to the back garden, drink some Pims, get your clay pigeon trap, blast some clays with your shotgun. That's what I envisage. Envisage? That's the right word. Oh, is it Pims?
You're so Pim's pilled.
Oh, love me some Pims. I mean, we're now, how many photographs have we looked at and we're not even inside yet? Cool, we're inside now.
Yo, why is he looking at me like that? What's up, little bud? Got a staring problem, pal?
It's not that.
I was looking at all the artwork. So see how there's wee Russian dolls here? So one of my friends' dad had Russian dolls, but it was like Hitler and Saddam Hussein and other world leaders. Is that what we're calling them?
It would have been bad if you said world heroes.
Choice words. Is it the missing wall?
No, it's not the missing wall.
Okay. It's definitely the missing wall, isn't it? What the is that a toilet facing another toilet as well? I know there's a lot going on in this photograph, but this is a toilet facing another toilet.
Me and Nathan described it as competitive shitting.
Me and my friend in school used to go for team shits, not facing each other in different cubicles, but it's good to know that you've got a partner in crime, but looking somebody dead in the eye when you're dropping a deuce, that's next level shit. Quite literally. And is there more than one disco ball? Or is that just how many mirrors there are?
I think it's just like reflection upon reflection upon reflection.
Imagine going in there hungover. And two people are shitting at the same time. I seem to say this a lot on this series. I have never seen this before. Not only an entire mirrored bathroom, but face-to-face toilets. But who knows? Maybe there's something about this lovely country manor that makes you think, oh yes, let's go have a shit together.
Real fairy tale ending.
Is the owner of this house conducting the viewings? And then they're like, can we move on to number 2, please? 2. Right. Immediate reactions is there is a normal person-sized house, and then there's the Shire down below. Do they love hobbits? Or, what's the other one? The Burrowers, is that it? Please tell me that it is the little people's houses we're going to be reacting to and there's not more toilets.
It's actually the little houses they're selling. This is just like, they shut the camera down. It's just in there.
Oh, bro, they've got a whole city. Just waiting for like little people to be stood outside saying, stop taking photographs of our houses.
Could you technically argue that that is a property portfolio?
You could definitely argue it.
Could someone sell it with a clause that basically says you can't ever destroy those?
You could. You could definitely put that in the contract. But what that would do is it would massively harm the sale value, because it's like, okay, I can buy this, but I'm not allowed to do anything with that. So people would be like, okay, I'll give you that, but I will give you less money because of that onerous clause, not being allowed to use my garden, or hobbits pay you rent. Now, I don't know. Right, I'm done with looking at little people's houses. Next one, Pete Pond's land sale.
Okay, so we'll take a look at the property first.
Take a look at this.
But then after you've looked at it, read the description.
I can pretend to read. I see a car, I see a flatbed. It does look like it potentially was a hoarder's house. Whoa, this looks fun. Oh yeah, I've been to buildings like this before. This is fantastic. Do you know what I see when I see this? Perfect auction property. Be interesting to know though. So see, obviously this is the building, right? And it looks like obviously they have just Frankensteined buildings onto the initial building. It seems that, did they steal windows and doors?
It does look like it's different. That's a door turned on its side. Yeah. See the handle at the top?
You sure do, baby. A lick of paint. and it'll be set to go. For sale by live stream auction. Derelict house situated within a substantial plot. The existing house now requires extensive rebuilding works and refurbishing throughout. Please be aware this property is being sold by a family member as part of relative's estate. What? As part of deceased wishes, it was well-known local character, they've asked to be buried in the garden. Why are you laughing? If you buy, do you have to bury them?
No, he's been buried.
Okay.
It says they asked to be buried in the garden, and this has been carried out with the property being sold as it is.
Information regarding the respective treatment of human remains. Oh my fucking god. Let's try and find out where he's been buried.
My theory was that it was in the walls.
He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn wall! For treatment of human remains can be found on the government website. I don't want to Google that on Nathan's laptop.
Have you ever had to kind of deal with human remains in a property before?
No. No.
I'm assuming it's not a normal thing.
It's not a normal thing. I have literally sold tens of thousands of properties. And nobody has ever said to me, just so you know, Uncle Bill, he's there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless for once in my life.
Would you want to be buried in the property you're selling?
If I knew some creep on YouTube is going to react to it like I am, then hell yeah! So people don't like buying houses that they know people have died in. People are like, no, I don't like it. I don't want to buy that. Similarly, if someone is in a property, you need to make people aware that obviously there's been somebody's need to make people aware. And again, people are like, nah, I'm not too interested in it just because of what's going on, the juju that's happened in that property, I'm not interested. So for somebody to be physically buried on the land, I imagine would have an adverse effect on the potential price.
Well, it did sell. So someone did buy that.
Hell yeah. Can we move on?
Yes.
Now this looks like a cracker. Is there any dead people in here?
No. Luckily, that was the only dead people thing.
Right, this house looks shit. Also, very unhygienic. Who is eating Doritos while taking a shit?
For being time efficient.
I feel like somebody bought this, started doing the underlay and went, I guess it's going to be a bit too much work, and just gave up.
It's the street view that is the interesting part.
That's the drug dealers. Whoa. Fuck Jimmy B, that's what I say. Whoa, this one's really bad. It looks like somebody just put a new roof on this one, and then Jimmy B came about.
It's actually on the other side of the street. Look on the other side of the street.
What the fuck is going on in this street? Right. Inside Doncaster's House of Horrors, so dangerous the council had to move a family out of it. But what happened? I don't understand. What happened? Yobs go on rampage, smashing house windows on notorious estate. Rowdy young men. Well, it says young people. How rude of me. A group of rowdy young people from a notorious estate have been filmed hurling bricks and rocks at house windows. Lifelong Islington resident called "It's a shithole." So it's like it's just been fucked, and then people are just going after it. There's a place in Glasgow, Port Glasgow, called the Clune Park Estate, which is actually worse than this.
Could someone technically buy the entire street up and kind of do it up as a property portfolio of sorts?
You definitely can. It does seem like a lot of them have been for sale. But what you want to do, because let's go, obviously it's across the street as well, but it's a lot of the street. So imagine this street's already being targeted by youths and gangs and all that, because it seems like every property has boarded up windows. So if you bought the entire row and you say you bought 10 properties, say you bought those 10 properties and they're going for 42 grand. So to buy all 10 of them, you're 420 grand, right? Then to do these properties up, you're 100 grand easy a property, and they're only worth this one's 3-bedroom done nicely, and it's been sold for 60 grand. So I would be saying that those properties are probably worth 5 grand. genuinely, because of the amount of investment that needs to be put in. Excellent. This was fun, apart from Matthew messing up the recording, but...
You didn't have to know that. You didn't have to tell.
And so concludes another episode of Reddit Reacts. So make sure you like, share, do all that good stuff. And if you want, if you've seen a property you want me to react to, you can put it in the comments and we'll have a look at it. And as always, guys, get hammered.